Hello everybody, it's Simon around here. Welcome back to an episode of Hearts of Fire 4 playing with Germany. Let's move on with the campaign. So as you can see, we are in the year 2005 and we are playing with Germany. Now, there was something I want to do. Let's just rename this. The Spezielle Einsatztruppenkommando, supplies demanded by division, supply received from. So we don't have to do anything here. Here we can call it the army group, or we can call it Bundeswehr. Die Feldtruppen der Bundeswehr. And if you're gonna put this, we're gonna see it. Dex 16%. Now, this is what we got here. EU Parliament vote started, 0 days left. The polls here I was with suspend the recovery plan or increase it, satisfy the Germans. We're gonna satisfy the Germans. Then we're gonna have Bundeswehr reform, it's 25%, I think that we're doing fine. So let's go on with the game then. Also, I think the war in Iraq is, and German SPD re-elected, yeah, there was respect because they have 67% Gerhard Schröder, and the CDU is only having 4%, so they're not gonna really have a chance of being elected, considering they are still increasing in power. Friends of the East. And that was it. Then we're gonna go with visit China and partner with Russia, but not just now. We're gonna do this later. We're gonna try to promote something else though. Integrated cutting-edge research with the United States and Canada. Or promote academic elites. If the country accepts or will get influence in international investment. We're gonna go on with that. It's gonna take us 45 days because you can give them less and less money. I don't know why. Because we're still building something. It's not like we're not building anything. Hire neutral specialists and train. We're still building here a few things. What exactly is that? Authorize. I'm not going to authorize anything. We could allocate a bigger budget, military budget multiplier, and increase Bundeswehr by 10. Let's do this. Even if it's going to cost us money, we could hire some trainers. Or we could go on with this. Because we want to have it like 100%. Here we don't have to do this, we got already 100%. We'd go with this, or with this one here. It's going to increase opinion of the others. This is increase independence, combat for independence. That's also going to be good. And then we could hire. When select, units of small arms added, remove, which grants army experience. And let's hire them. And they're going to go back to German Bundeswehr reform. So let's go on. I was going to see one of a sudden we make a little bit more money. Of course, we're making political power 7.3. That is incredible. We could use political power to do some things here. For example, we could try to annex Liechtenstein. We could spread influence. Influence to manually influence Liechtenstein for 50 political power. And as you can see, our influence is going to increase, but we cannot influence it anymore. Once every 30 days. To set remove as a nation to be auto-influence. Click to set to remove as a nation to auto-influence. Yeah, we're gonna try to auto-influence. Then we could give economic aid, or we could target other influence. We got enough political power anyway, maybe more. So we got a unit of Heimwehr Brigade with 3,000 manpower. I'm just gonna send them, let's see, here. This army commentary resources are running out. Sorry, not today. Our forces' popularity will increase, but we're gonna lose some money, and we could shut down this, and we are influencing Liechtenstein. We're losing some money. We're losing a lot of money. Agent kill. Man, not again. I think I'm gonna have to abort this. And we're still recruiting some other agent now. 2 more agents to be recruited because 2 have been killed very, very fast. We got 3 kills in the beginning of the game. And our fleet is increasing just a little bit. This is also good. And we already got a new agent. We're just gonna get this Chinese woman, which is basically German. And we have researched something like 2 things. You know, this kind of things. The rest we're gonna do later. Let's get back here. So as you can see, we can go on with infantry automatic rifle. And 29 days drone to those in farm. Yeah, let's have some drones then. Because the drones are always good. Kosovo joins European Union. That is incredible. I didn't expect this. Where's Kosovo? Right here, this tiny little nation. Negotiate licenses. This should increase our relationship with Kosovo. Colony bombing. Increase security measures. Gain less base stability. Cyber warfare. Here we could move on with economic intelligence then. Civilian intelligence is going to increase. We are now prepared to do something. We're gonna try to commerce to capture a cipher. Irish, Belarusian. Also making some energy positive. It's called academic elites. So with work we're gonna see strategic partner with Israel maybe later. So we're gonna have to do something else regarding graveyard. You can see the research here, everything. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on regarding restructure the Air Force. Restructure Luftwaffe Command, modify Luftwaffe, or restructure Air Defense, or enhance pilot, Air Wing training, and enhance checks. So both of them are gonna take 42 days. I'm gonna go on with enhanced pilot training. Deutsch, French, Französisch, Australia accepted our offer to Kenntnis genommen. Oberst Anton Ziegler. Yeah, we got some equipment from the US. I don't understand how exactly we have this. And here we should just increase the... Oh, we got updated equipment, support ship and so on, but this doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna wait to make another investment into German Bundesheer or Bundeswehr. Can increasing our influence also. Yeah. Could use this in order to increase even more the structural of the Bundeswehr, and we're losing money again. The death of yeah, we're gonna try to have towards the culture slowly, as you can see, we're not gonna do this like very fast. It's going to take quite some time, because this is in the back. I'm just gonna stay at home, and we're making a bit more money, but all in all, we've lost a lot, and our debt is also increasing. Not really doing very well, though. Not as well as I hope. Could approve the instrument for pre-action assistance. How the EU has been supporting the force in the enlargement region. Let's approve it. There is nothing else we can do here. Council is not in session. What I could do would be to print some more money. Let's see if this will bring something. Romania joins European Union, but unfortunately not NATO. At least not yet. Maybe sooner. We could establish naval base in Romania and military base as well. Just gonna have to wait a little bit. Hostages taken. Change popularity. Establishment base. We're gonna go with one Russian factory with Romania. Just gonna have to wait until the diplomat will arrive. Designated special forces and vehicles. 200 days, the Marder. The popularity of the Social Democrats is still skyrocketing. And I shouldn't let that happen. I should go with CDU, CSU in power. Labor unions demand for more stuff. Now there's nothing I can do. No matter what I'm going to do is going to decrease. So the labor unions is going to increase. So the businesses and have unfortunately even less influence. But we're making, I think, a little bit more manpower. Also maybe not. I'm just gonna go on with that. Gebir Sieger division. And our heavy incoming divisions that we have. We have a maximum number, 95 maximum. That's alright, 35 units. We just increase our armed forces immediately. Also making a little bit of money, but not too much. It has pilot training there. Right there. Then we got something else to do here. No, not really something else. We would begin the renewable energy project to give us more stability, or invite foreign investors, domestic oil production, gas from operations. I think I should launch domestic oil production. That's going to be much, but it's going to be right. Increase mining funds. That's going to increase local population. Increase the workforce. Corporate tax will change by -5, currently 5. Oh, this is going to be very costly. Shaking up the system. Government budget spending health costs multiplied by -5%. Deutsche Bahn. I think control over the market, unemployment crisis, or free market approach. Ein aktives Deutschland. Remove unemployment crisis. Ein digitales Deutschland. Yeah, I think this one is going to be free market approach is going to be, I think, more important, honestly. Advanced ballistic propulsion systems. So go on with that as well. War reparation debt. Aging population. East-West divide. Friend of the East. Russia media sways is German. Gonna gain more political power, which is not what we're not need this. Increase corruption in China, however, it didn't actually work. In China, said that we got no spy right now because some have been captured. We're just gonna send Austin Myers, or whatever his name is, to Beijing. And he could also try to infiltrate the Russian army. See if he can be introduced. Heckler and Koch, so we got now a new type of weapon that is absolutely wonderful and magnificent. We're just gonna move on here with the type of artillery. As you can see, we can research this type of howitzer. And I think we should also replace this type of weapon. It was upgraded, but I'm not gonna do this item. It's not yet. And we got caseless ammunition. Out of fuel. Although it doesn't really say that we are actually out of fuel right now. Well, if we go with economic boom, we're just gonna need, however, 770. So we're gonna have to wait a little bit to make even more stuff. I will also print some more money in order to make things even better, because we got plenty of productivity down here. And if we're gonna print money, productivity is not gonna change too much. We'll also increase the taxes in order to have even more money. And this is what I think I'm gonna do. This is going to decrease actually the SPD popularity, I think, but this doesn't really matter because they got all the popularity anyway, so we don't need it. We'll also try to increase political power, to increase the popularity of the CDU, CSU. We got plenty of political power, but let me just do it. CDU, CSU. Right, and as you can see now, they got 10% at least, alongside with Freie Demokraten. We've of course increased taxes, which is not a good thing, but I'm going to decrease taxes in the future. However, right now we're going to have to be a very powerful state. Alright, so we're in September 2005. Okay, we can shut it down. We're increasing our influence in Liechtenstein. We're going to accept the deal. I don't have nothing against this. And I just wanted to check what we can do here. We also spend some money, but I'm not going to spend some money. I'm going to increase. I'm going to spend some command power because we have plenty of it. As you can see, Bavarian nationalism is also decreased 14% again. And basically, we can increase the taxes even more if you want. Also increase the police state. We could increase the military spending, although not just yet. And now, as you can see, the CDU-CSU, they have 11%. They are on the rise a little bit, which is absolutely wonderful. We also got a little bit more money, simply because we are printing some money. We're going to print some more money anyway. And we got fuel because it's important from the US. We're building up some more military factories. We're just going to need a lot. High-level summit, doesn't matter. Iraq declared war on Kurdistan. Yeah, as you can see, we're still gonna need a lot of military factories, so let's go ahead and build them. We have also some shore sites. Let's build some of them as well. I think we got nuclear reactors too? No, but we can build like 2 nuclear reactors there. Shore sites and commercialized agriculture. As you can see, we got basically non-building, so we're gonna have to build some of them as well. And also alongside is also some stuff. We also do network infrastructure and radar station. Now we might have some, we can build some more network infrastructure. Most of them have been built by the Allies. Of course, infrastructure has also been built by the Allies. I don't think that I will be needing it. And fossil fuel power plant, this is also good, I guess. And high capacity power grid, so we can build 1 per each. And this is good. Construction speed bonus, this is good, but we needed more industrial factories, so let's just have like a lot of them, because we're gonna really need to build a lot of equipment, and unfortunately we don't have too much territory. Saarland as well. Saarland, of course, is very small. And also go with some civilian capacity as well. This is also important to have a lot of civilian factories. We're already having some of them, but not too many. Can go with military department without hesitation. And also recruiting a lot of troops. If you're gonna take a look here. So as you can see, we're having a lot of stuff that we're recruiting right now. Free market approach. But after going with free market approach, gonna have to move on because I don't think there's something else here regarding European Union. Here we got stronger federal state. Bavarian nationals will be outlawed. Franken state is no longer the colony of Bavaria, and Bayern is no longer the colony of Bavaria in 50 days. And neural network, whatever. Yeah, 216 days. We're gonna go on with that. Nationalist produce migrant policy. Yeah, we're gonna accept this. So we got more influence basically in China. So I wonder, when will there be a new vote? Because it takes forever to vote. I don't mention that we are actually now the president of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen. She's German. So Germany has the presidency of the EU Commission. East German demand for great political representation decreased by 2. Yeah, why not? This is going, of course, to decrease a lot our political power, unfortunately, but it's not that bad. So let's increase again even more with 5% more Bundeswehr 4. Just going to take us. Go on here with the wireless power grid expansion. EU Council ready to vote and EU Parliament as well. So they're both voting at the same time. We can move on and authorize more troop deployments. We'll also increase the opinion of the Germans. And then we can wait. African Republic Bush War. Construction 3. Yeah, that's good. Now we can move on with it's 239 resource gain efficiency 7.5%, excavation 3. That is very important. To have more resources because basically actually we have a lot of resources here. The economic preview to refresh it a little bit. You can print money again. We also increase taxes again if you want to. Especially the corporate tax and the civilian tax, but especially the corporate tax could be increased a lot because we've got plenty of money. And unfortunately, we've got less influence in Liechtenstein. I don't understand how exactly is this possible. But the fact that we're spying on Russia, we should just use this. Try also to infiltrate the Air Force or something. So we've got 2 spies operating. And EU vote is started. The EU Parliament vote is started as well. So let's just check what can we vote now. But they didn't actually start it yet. Legal Acts of the European Union, Charter of Fundamental Rights. We're gonna support it, of course. So we're gonna have 97% support. And now here, this also be something. Request international sanctions. It doesn't really seem that we can do something. Even more troops in Afghanistan. Human Genome Project. Yeah. 264 days everywhere. 198 days. 128 days. Nuclear reactor power generator. Unlock special project Turing nuclear fuel. Yeah, we cannot vote anything just yet, can we? Vote something, but I'm not quite sure what exactly can we vote. Let's do it anyway. The European Council, I'm not quite sure that started. Alright, so now the very nationalism is out. Outlawed, ousted, whatever. This was something good here. From the Republic, however, we don't need to do this honestly. Now I'm gonna go back to Gerhard Schroeder, then we don't have Green Alliance anymore. Why? Is in coalition, is in power. But they were in coalition. Oh, shit. I cannot do anything. The SPD will go forward. But I think they're not in coalition because they don't have the majority, because the SPD is saying a lot of stuff. Whatever, now I'm gonna try to increase the influence of the CDU as much as I can. Now let's go first of all visit China. I'm going to visit China, although this is not what I'm actually looking for directly. Tornado ICDE. Rest will just take forever, so we're gonna leave it. 1,000 days. 197 days. This is, I guess. Cool. Let me go on with cast gene editing. It's going to increase the trickle back. replace this, but as you can see, we're not building it because we're gonna need basically more factories. We don't really have enough factories. Cost of our elections. Building a Richmond facility. Let's build it. Buy fuel from the market. Let's buy fuel from the market. As we decrease our money a little bit, however, we are doing good money. New budget timer. Infantry automated rifle. That's good. We can move on with well, maybe not now because we're very ahead of time, I guess. Not worth it. In 2 days, the Stinger. Yeah, absolutely. Authorized terrorist attack. We're gonna still try to restructure Bundeswehr. What exactly is there? Here, 55%. We will also satisfy the Germans, but we're not gonna do this. We're gonna go on with this. I'm gonna increase to 65. We're gonna have to fund them. Or not. Let's fund them. This is very costly. Macedonia declare war on Macedonia. Okay, hang on a second. Financial collapse leads to civil war. Panzer division has been built, and we're gonna need panzers. Main battle tank and set proper artillery. It's good, but we're still gonna need even more in industrial plans. We are building them. Not as we speak, but 102% building speed. Siege helicopter. First WAF. There are not too many projects though. Suddenly these things take more than I thought. Industrial production of nanofibers only 43 days. Factory output, naval output, water productivity growth. I think I'm gonna go on with that. And we're gonna have to replace type of helicopter that we are already building. It's a new type of transport helicopter basically. It's looking of course much better. December 2005. The military blueprints. Yeah, that is going to worth. Even it's going to be risky. World Cup. Drunken British soldiers steals tank in Bergen. Note of protest. We all get the giggles when we read this. Agency supercomputers. And Schroeder is visiting China. Then we're gonna go with having Schroeder partner with Russia. We're going to increase additional income of Germany. Drone 2005. And here's where we're gonna stop because as you can see, we're way ahead of time with this. But we could still research Wolf Malice or Malice. Budget time of 3 days. We got 300 volts of power, that's good. I'm just gonna try to increase the Bundeswehr before to 65%. Investment offer. Infrastructure in Franken, yes. Got anyway a lot of infrastructure, I'm losing money. Let's see if I can print money one more time. I'm not gonna increase the taxes just yet. Incoming EU budget. I'm not quite sure what exactly is this draft. Ah, there you go, here. Total GDP in central bank. Raise the expense for administration. Effects. Natural resources. Yeah, I think we're gonna go on with that. German rate. Raise German call rate lower. We're just gonna go on with the increasing administration expansion in the EU. This is very important, 3.77 billion. You can combat again foreign affairs even more if you want. Let's do it. I can reform the Bundeswehr even more. We're constructing a regional facilities. Yeah, maybe 13 days gonna need to do this. Now we're lacking a little bit of power. Highway Brigade in January 2006. Listen to this guy. He's got 2 Highway Brigade, whatever. Scanner Bundeswehr University Hamburg, a breach of trust. Retire from Germany. Increases popularity of nationalists. But now, as you can see, the popularity is how it is. So CDU-CSU is increasing. They might actually form a coalition. That's good. Popularity is also increased. Investigating far extremism in the Bundeswehr. Army experience. Popularity of nations of West. Intrudes mandatory training on democratic values and military ethics. Yeah, CDU-CSU is having 14% and Social Democrats are going down a little bit. They are forming the majority, that's why they don't need to make a coalition with somebody else. Train bombing attempt. Yeah, of course, we're gonna increase. Let's see what the situation is here. Unstable, but actually it's okay. Unstable also very low. Actually, it's also good. And stable is for the left-wing extremism. Nationalists and Islamists are active. In order to decrease this, we're gonna have to let's increase it a little bit so that they should be active anymore. We're gonna have to spend more money. Maybe more otherwise. Support destroyers, fleet cruisers. new type of artillery coming in. And we're back at ships, but these ships are extremely expensive, so that we're gonna need to do something here. But anyway, we're just gonna move on to the submarine, early submarine engine. Just gonna need some stuff here. Deutsch-Französische Division. Listen to this guy. What? You're gonna need so there is something here, the artillery. You don't need this artillery. There's got some kind of artillery. Get some money. Yeah, I'm gonna go on for the money because we satisfy the Eastern Germans again. Situation again is gonna be out of control. Getting anywhere out of political power. So let's see how many divisions we get. Division. Well, this looks a little bit better than before. How about the ships? Well, suddenly I'm having a lot of ships, but I'm gonna need more before I'm gonna appoint them. Terrorists launch an assault on our base in Afghanistan. And another investment from the United Kingdom, and we are partnered with Russia right now because we have Gerhard Schroeder power, and he doesn't have a coalition with anyone. It's just alone. Unfortunately, we cannot do anything right here. Now let's see, promote the German language in Kazakhstan and top. Education for stability in Armenia. International projects in Mexico and Nigeria. Green Finance Initiative. Global infrastructure projects. Cultural integration and industrial foreign institutes. International cutting edge research with the US and Canada. Cooperation and all of that. It doesn't really matter which one we're going to choose. Stage, but as you can see, the Social Democrats are still very, very high active in power. We got this martyr shoots. Here we could possibly only move on with the improved helicopter deployment, among others. Let's go with that one. Once we have more political power, we are going to try to increase our latest SPD, so we're going to get elected next time. We could select a nice stuff here. Battlefield support, guerrilla, combined arms, and combined arms system. Just to take what we need. We're just going to need a lot more army experience. When we're going to start the war, we're going to get more army experience, then we should just definitely be more powerful. We can also maximize training efficiency. We're not able to automatically repeat this. Why? I have no idea, but it just is what it is. There's still aviation blueprints. Just like, we're gonna have to be careful. They're not gonna be caught by the Russians. But almost 600 billion daily weekly. Alright, so we got this Stinger. Well, we could search this kind of battleship, however. Let's go with that anyway. And the Stinger can be replaced, which must be up here. A new type of Stinger. Built by Rhine Metal. ATGM. Yeah, that's something there. Get beer there. I'm gonna need the ATGM. Not really. Research finished here. Nuclear reactor generation and stuff. Yeah, whatever. Let me see if I can research what type of rocket or stuff in here. We're gonna go on with surface-to-air missiles. Gonna go on to 75% to restructure Bundeswehr. This is going to last a lot, unfortunately. And we are in April. We still don't have 600 billion weekly income as I thought. Yeah, counterintelligence I think is very important. Yes, we can actually decrypt against Venezuela as well. But actually we don't need this right now. So let me just see how we're doing with ships. We're doing good. We can do it even better. So we're having now, we're supposed to have more factories, so we don't. We've got International Cutting Edge Cooperation around here. Now we can move on regarding specialized weapons. So we've got modern special forces, updated reconnaissance, new transport helicopters. Yeah, I think motorized special forces is going to be very important. It's also going to be costly, of course. He's accepted our offer. Alright, good. In Canada, that's great. What does that mean? So we've got Deutsche Bahn, collapsing army, the drift from nuclear. European spirit is going to be removed in 2006. German-Russian friendship, from German-Russian friendship, Guinness bonuses. President of the European Commission. General Data Protection Regulation, Foreign Influence Defense Multiplier. ACB Zero Interest Rate Policy. Change the trade. Charter of the Fundamental Rights of the European Union. Asylum shopping. And NATO member. So we got a lot of bonuses down here. Doesn't really look that bad.
Hey guys, be advised of advantages. We got advantages pulled up on the left side of the building.
This is Wolverine 5, Roger. Okay, UPID with the individuals coming out of the building with weapons. Wolverine 5, you're clear to engage. Initials Mike Juliet Alpha.
We can just spend some productivity. Increase the money. It's just gonna be a small increase, it's not gonna be a big increase. And as you can see, also the amount of debt is increasing, which is pretty bad. I'm trying to reach 1,000, so I'm gonna pay all this back. But unfortunately, it's not working. Data mine. Machine learning. Lack of resource penalty, but resource speed and office state power consumption. I think it will be better. New council board is ready for session. Modernize special forces. Yeah, we will try to modernize them. Now let's go on here regarding industry, because there is nothing else I can do, isn't it? No, it's not. Beat very well to humiliation. I'm not quite sure we're gonna be able to do that. Whatever. Let's go back here. So here we got. I like to go with nuclear Germany. Has not complete focus move from nuclear energy. Well, I guess this is what the problem is. What I did here. Complete the project. Whatever. I'm not gonna do this just yet. We're gonna go with domestic oil production. I really wanted to do this a long time ago. So let's go on with it. Right, we got another boat and stuff here. Oh yes, we could vote the Eurobonds. We could also in 13 enlargement. going to support it. 99%, so that new nations will enter the arena. And how about the parliament? No, but I guess that something will be voted. EU Council vote started, and your parliament is ready for session in 6 days. Yeah, I'm still with it. Okay, let's see. So can we vote some fiscal union? Just something I don't know what. Right, so there is nothing we can do here, but we got a lot of political power. That is good. There is no Euroscepticism. I'm just waiting because I think the parliament should also vote something. There you go. And it already started. Small fish in a big fish pond. It's just business. Condemn this sort of behavior. Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna pass a law. I'm not quite sure which law did we pass, but we did pass a law. Then we're just gonna check about something else. In 2 days we're gonna also be able to do another move here, and then I'm gonna want to increase the popularity of the CDU-CSU. Here too, let's go on. We're really gonna have to do this reform, and we're also doing much better with money. We got 600 billion per day. It would be great if I could just pay this back. I'm losing a little money. How can we pay back? By the way, I want to pay back in order to make even more money. How can we pay back? Left click to borrow, right click to repay, Alt and right click to repay maximum. Alt and right click. And we did repay maximum. That's because we're gonna make a lot of money. And we've got some kind of G project here that has been done. That's what it's going to do. Yeah, we're gonna go on with limited automated harvesting technologies. And now as you can see, we got less debt. Now if you're gonna manage to increase our money, but unfortunately we're losing money, we're gonna increase our debt actually. And we also increase the popularity of regional mixed economy. But we are making money now. And I just wanted to influence more the CDU-CSU. Attack. Ban. Yes. Right, so as you can see now they got 18%, they got a little more popularity, and the SPD is having less popularity. Next election will be in 2009. That's terrible. We're gonna have to make everything sure that CDU-CSU will come in power, or they're gonna make a coalition. Because like that, it's just not going to be good. We need to have more bonuses, such as friends with Russia and stuff like that. And yes, we are making money. We're gonna pay our debt back. Excavation, we're gonna make more resources. Just gonna try to move forward, see if you can research something here. Nobody's gonna research these type of rockets or whatever they are. Infrastructure in Saxony. And in 5 days, I got 9% influence. That's good because we're losing anyway, like a lot of political power. Make sure that we're gonna have services failing against Germany. Replace welfare with substantial safety net. No, really. Check elections. And we are losing money again. I don't understand why. Number 17. there's still a lot to vote. Also for the European Parliament, there's still a lot of stuff to vote. Your Turkey deal, many other things. Although we are only in 2006. There's the Second Lebanon War. Agent captured. We're gonna have to try to save Austin Myers, but unfortunately we don't have any free spy. Now that is very strange. Oh, here we go. I don't have to repeat this, just save. Industrial production of nanofibers. You're gonna go with Cyber Special Forces. You're gonna give us some massive bonuses for our Special Forces. Got 122 divisions. Well, that's incredible. I think this might be because the population is increasing. Here we also increase. It's gonna get less manpower though because we're not getting, we're not making. And the CDU, CSU, we should make them champions and we should make them winners by the next elections. Got counterintelligence though. Counterinsurgency without resistance. Yeah, let's go with counterinsurgency. Yeah, money is increasing. It doesn't seem that we're making any debt. We have 813. And once we gotta make even more money, we're gonna try to pay it back again. Domestic oil production. That was here, which is great. Then we're gonna move on. There's nothing we can do down here, is there? And here are also a subject that we had was SPD Eastern Power. Now let's move on with Green Finance Initiative with Morocco, Jordan, Bangladesh. Green Finance, 45 days. I think this is going to cost us some. Japanese election. Infrastructure, so we could go on and spend 20 more in order to make this stuff. And then we're gonna try, of course, to spend our political power. War contract dispute. Gain labor dispute corporation favored for 360 days. Yeah, we're gonna do this because I actually am trying to decrease the SPD popularity, and as you can see, is decreasing. The CDU, however, is not increasing. It's the Grune increasing. Investment from the US fossil fuel power plant, absolutely yes, please. Structure: central command, decentralized command, battalion combat teams. Combat teams, I think they are interesting. They are like independent. And we are making money. Just a little bit, not much. Agent capture. Oh man, that's terrible. And try to catch him as well. Fire the one charge, retire, or gain base stability. Doesn't matter, we got enough stability anyway. We're gonna move on here with this type of surface-to-air missiles. Assault rifles or machine, I think it will. No, assault rifles will be match better actually. Improve fire rate. Regular access to Korea has been against Iran, so let's go ahead with it. United States looking to purchase, could refuse the deal, but if we're gonna accept it, we're gonna get some money. We're gonna accept the deal because we're making some money. 22 billion per day, but we got less debt, and that is the first step, which I think is great. Of course, the economic crisis is going to start, and I wanted to do anything to go ahead with. We do have economic boom though, and also negligible corruption. So we're doing just wonderful. I don't have to do anything else here. I will also go ahead and print some money. Yeah, now as you can see, we got a lot more money all of a sudden. And if you're gonna pay our debt back, we're gonna make it more. things are actually looking very good. Yeah, we're gonna need to end this collapsing army bullshit. Let's go on ahead as fast as possible. Because this collapsing army is just so annoying. It just gives us so many penalties, also less recruitment population and stuff like that. Yeah, we're trying to influence Luxembourg, as you can see, not really much is happening right now. The only cool thing is that we are managing to make a good amount of money. Iran declared war on Iran, so I think, yeah, they have some financial problems, but we could support this Iran. Offer military satellite access. Green Finance Initiative. Right, this was around here. Yeah, we should just move on with Special Forces with Einführung Command. So there are a few things we can do. Crisis Response Force Army, Balanced Army, or Army Deployment. Ready for defense. This army deployment is bullshit. Balanced Army or Crisis Response. Global Intervention Strategy. Yeah, I think this would be much more important. Gonna give us a few bonuses. Jaeger Brigade. Morocco have rejected. That is not good. Investment infrastructure in Köln Bonn and has accepted our offer, and then got a new type of prototype here, which is great. Let's go with a new type of ship. So we are doing a lot here. Oh, it's the first type of WAP in 2005, so we're gonna have it. And we can replace a type of equipment here. With a better one. Let's see what exactly are we building. And buy some fuel. We get anyway a little money. Or plenty of money. Bangladesh rejected offer. And get our troops still in power. We're gonna have to do everything to increase the popularity of the CDU. For that, we're just gonna have to increase the influence. Heimwehr Brigade. You've got even less manpower. Well, we've got a little productivity. Which means that we also bought some fuel, but we're still losing a lot of fuel, although we're not training in something. Fight over clean energy. I'm gonna go with that. And we are finally having a positive income. Helicopter deployment. Carrier hull. Maybe later. There's nothing we can research here. Okay, here, high density isolation. All sources of power use multiplier, -5%. That is very important. Let's go there. aircraft design. Yeah, dedicated design. I think that's good. Let's go on that. And how about here? Yeah, it's the same thing. Space launch. More accuracy. Because it costs more. So we could build one. We could actually build one of each two. We could go on and start them. We could launch it. And that's it. Then we're gonna have one satellite up there, which I think is gonna give us some reconnaissance bonus or something, which of course is also costly. Although we got actually a lot of money down here, and it doesn't. No, actually we got 151. It's not that much, but of course we have spent some money. That's for sure. And once we're gonna reach towards 2009 by the next elections, we should just make sure we're gonna have CDU in power. We're gonna have to make sure to do everything we can. We could already try to influence CDU to boost. Well, because they got 27%, so they are really ahead right now. Even if their popularity might decrease, but they are at least ahead. Alright, and here we're almost done with this ship. Oh, we got 5 viewers right now. So we're gonna have to see Agent Danger and force him to hide. And we got nothing else to do but capture Cypher from Russia. Because we got some agents that are freed, and this guy is now free as well. This is great. Yeah, so indeed we are heading towards unification here. Just gonna wait for the next elections. We could approve this, but we don't have any elections right now. Central bank as well. There's nothing we can do now. Iran was puppeted and got the crisis response. So we're gonna go towards this path with rapid doctrine development, reinforced rate initiative. And now we're gonna go back to industry, which is right here. Now, unfortunately, we cannot go nuclear Germany because we have completed this bonus, this focus. We could go only towards the greener Germany, renewable Germany. Oh, we have to need to have greener, but we go and begin the renewable project here. This would be something in 30 days, because I don't think that it's going to be too bad. Going to increase the election threshold, just wait 108. The CDU is now ahead in 2006. Bundeswehr reform successful. Nationalism protest migrants. And we don't have that anymore. We could satisfy the Germans, let's satisfy them. And we could also authorize humanitarian mission aid. This would be a little bit costly for our income. But we're still getting the end of the income. We got a new type of rocket. just gonna go on with this kind of launch platform. Oh, ratify Slovenia to NATO. Yeah, I knew that. Slovenia. And somebody else. We combat foreign influence if you want to. And regarding NATO, it doesn't seem to simply just combat foreign influence even more. Let's combat it. Deutsche Force launches a military coup. How is that? Because the proper strength is. What is this? Launches a military coup. Deutsche Volksunion. But it has need more popularity. Interesting. But it doesn't mean they're gonna launch a coup right now. War on terror. Alright, now we're gonna go back to here. And we got no coalition just yet. Very important. Let's go on with international education project. 45 days. Wage. Constantly ready to vote. Very short time. Suspend the recovery plan. Also fuel power plant and the parliament ready for session. Oh yes, we can vote here. European Economic Area. Euro bonds. Let's vote for Euro bonds and accept it. So that most of them will accept the Euro bonds. Euro bonds also going to give us a small bonus.
Hey guys, be advised, advantages. We got advantages pulled up on the left side of the building.
This is 4.5, Roger.
Collection houses.
The individuals coming out of the building with weapons. Wolverine 5, you're clear to engage. Initials Mike Juliet Alpha. You're clear to engage with weapons. You're clear to engage with weapons. Roger.
You voted. Because he's voting Euro bonds, and I think that it's gonna work. Euro bonds will be accepted. Get a lot of stuff here. But now I wonder what we're gonna have now under the Euro Parliament. Or the submarine engine. We could go with this marine patrol, but maybe later. Days. We're going with integrated gasification, fossil fuel power plant power generation. That is very important, though. Let's go on that. No, I would prefer to get the money. We're definitely gonna need the money. Tourism deal. Yeah, let's accept the tourism deal. Now we're gonna do the last one, but we're still making it, so we're still doing good. Machine learning. Sociable machines. escort vessels, multi-role frigates, anti-sub corvette, steel vessels, anti-aircraft. Multi-role frigates, I think, should be more important. Or vessels is already gonna have. Parliament vote has started. I'm gonna, of course, pass it. I'm not quite sure why we're gonna pass it, but it doesn't matter. Right, we go on within Geomodadar. We're gonna need to build it. And as you can see, we got build a battery park, but we could buy fuel from the market. Also build an enrichment facilities going on. And we got a few reactors that we're trying to build. Also some other stuff. And we got even more debt. 800 billion. I'm not quite sure why, but it is what it is. Oh, making you less political power now. Too bad. You got the Euro bonds. What the Euro bonds is gonna bring, I'm not really quite sure. And the CDU, CSU are still in power in December 2006. You got formidable army. Oh, this is interesting. Here's the Euro bond. Stability, construction speed, interest rate, return on investment. Is that 156%? Wow, that's great. We should just build faster, that's for sure. Let's see if somebody else wants to leave NATO. Shut down. And we're increasing our influence in Liechtenstein. Economic struggles. Damage to vineyards. Doesn't matter. As the CDU, CSU, they are still in power. They're still having a lot of popularity. But our political power is also increasing. International education projects. So we got them. Yeah. Now, time to move on. With the Navy. So there are a few things we can go. Not perfect but flexible. Retreat. Improved mine warfare. Handling asymmetric threats. This one must be more important. Naval mines avoidance. Can define blue water strategy. This will be the strategy of the Deutsche Marine. They have accepted this. Okay, it's accepted the offer, but I'm not quite sure what that means. The drift from the nuclear. I shouldn't have done it. Eurozone reforms for the euro. Reforms of the Eurozone. United States offshore project. Where do we sign? Yeah, absolutely. Let's sign this. High-tech army. Yeah, high-tech army is important. I would go on with that. And we're still losing money. We're not really making money as we should. Of the Eurozone, that Eurozone debt crisis. We have some subsidization here. And that would be more important. That even more important. This will decrease our money. How much do they have? 11%. Yeah, because we are having the CDU CSU almost in power, which is very interesting. Angela Merkel, crossing line, we got 2 years on it. That's what else is going to happen in 2 years. Foreign skilled. Approve EU budget. Can I improve it? Improve EPA. This is really not what I can improve right now. More agents. European Union, but we cannot actually do anything here. I just feel that the game is incomplete. Alright, whatever, let's see what we got here. Let me go on with this. Maximum land for level and cost force. Although we don't need to build this right now. Right now we need to build factories, like a lot of them. And although we got 158% building speed, we're still having some trouble here. I'm also spending the political power. We're not getting enough of it. I'm also losing money. However, if we're gonna go on and print some more money, we can't. We can only increase the taxes, which is what I don't want to do right now. Alright, anyway, let's go on with industry. Because what else can we do? So moving forward. Here, increase mining sector or increase minor advertising campaign. Increasing the population, I think that would be good. People war, and it's gone bad. Yeah, we are actually, it's not a big deal. Most of the consuming base game, most consuming Russian media series in Asia. Doesn't matter that I'm straight away. What are the tax and minds? I'm just gonna leave the things the way they are. I mean, if you're gonna take a look here at German society, they're leaning towards the culture. The migration rate is going to increase our research. It doesn't matter. More startup money requested. Treasury. No, I cannot. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We're gonna need to maintain our income. Generate data information. Deutsche Marine. Okay. Bicep production. Just in the making less constructing facility. Italian. And I've got a new type of battleship on the horizon. That I guess must be good. Yeah, I think we can go on with going. Oh god, battleship hull and battleship. Where? Let me just say 5 battleship. Battle cruisers. Here are a lot, but I need to do a lot of this. We have some other NATO members that like to join. we're going to leave NATO models so that, and then we're just building the satellites. That was very good, I guess. Air Force, I'm not quite sure what we're gonna get. Air Force. Battery. Density isolation. Just a missile. And the new Panzer Brigade. This guy's having 2 Panzer divisions. He's got a very good army, formidable army. Minor advertising campaign. And now we can basically move forward. Let's see what we got here. Nothing. Cultural integration with Turkey, Algeria, and Chile in 45 days. We're gonna do this. So we're gonna need some light tank, but do we have light tank? Of course not. Oh yes, we have it here. Yeah, let's build it. Although we're still gonna need a lot of nutrient factories. We're building right now too. I mean, we're trying to build two. We're gonna take 163%. Wow, 2005. We're gonna also go with first generation suicide drone. 66 days. Let's build this as well. We're in 2007 actually, and the world crisis is approaching. We don't have enough money to get through this. Army and Euro bonds.
Okay, I'll be in front. Wings level 4 mile final. You're cleared high. Cleared high.
I got the MGM-1 Matador. I'm just gonna move forward with that. I don't have to research all these things.
We're taking fire from Broadway. Building 113 on Broadway.
We're going with Roland 2. Use this MGM-1 Matador. I think this must be like some kind of rocket or something. We can declare war on Kharkiv in 2007. Oh shit. But this is emerging outlook. How can we help them? Send attaché. They're not gonna accept it. Let's try it now. Decline. doesn't matter, I'm gonna do so. We're gonna offer the military satellite now. Because basically Russia, I think, is going to take out Ukraine. They say they are not at war actually. Luhansk, Kharkiv, and Donetsk, and yeah, this is the Ukrainian civil war. And Crimea is also somewhat independent. So. Now I can just increase a little bit the opinion of the Germans because it has decreased because of the Russian influence. And we're not really making too much stuff. Let me just see if we can print some money because we got so much productivity. We don't really need this. We got almost 300 bucks. This is great. China, mutual investment. And it's cybersecurity forces. Guess that was good. Right, we could have the aircraft carrier if we want to. It's going to take forever. Let's go on with destroyer. Oh, there is also Odessa. Need to fix these roads first. Let's go on. Netherlands propose. Let's be to cooperation. Oh man, no, Odessa has also declared war on Ukraine. There is also Transnistria, they didn't declare war. They lost a little bit of money, but it's not such a big deal. And Crimea, they also didn't declare war. It's a puppet state of Russia. Back operation, this is good. Well, we can send up to 7 units. That is very interesting. But we have sent attaché. No, I think they didn't want to send attaché. Send 7 units. Send 2 tank divisions to this guy, and I'm gonna send this guy here. Roland Cutter. They have accepted. Good, now Roland Cutter is on his way as far as I know. We can help Ukraine how we can. Cultural integration. Very well. Now let's move on with the air forces. Restructure of the air force. Restructure Luftwaffe command. I think there's also a little bit more manpower. Turkey has accepted our offer. The CDU, CSU are in power, and they're gonna be in 2009 possibly. And they are there. just Odessa. Let's see what this guy will do. Chile accepted. Make sure that we're gonna be able, once this guy will arrive, he's on an en route. We can already start the attack. As you can see, we're gonna wipe out the Russians because we got a very nice attack out there. And a little bit slightly more influence here. And we're gonna help Ukraine to survive this bloody attack by the Russians. Although Odessa was annexed. Alright, cool, because Odessa has been taken. Now, if you're gonna attack here, you should aim to take them out in there. Let's see if the troops will move fast enough. Are they moving or what? Why aren't they moving? Why aren't they moving? Didn't I really tell them to move here? I'm gonna take Kharkiv and these guys will also be annihilated. This one is taking forever to... As you can see, we're gonna take Kharkiv very fast. And it's all over. Now we could go on and take Luhansk, but for that... I guess I didn't do that. There you go. Let's start playing an infiltration assault. The battle welcome attack too. As you can see, we're just gonna move forward. The Russians have brought up a lot of divisions, but I'm just gonna wipe them out very fast. Come on, fuck off. Infiltration assault cannot retreat. Armor spirit cannot retreat. Flexible defense cannot retreat while defending. Yes. Oh, it seems that the Russians are actually pulling. And Kharkiv has been taken or has not been taken? I cannot tell. Okay, just take it. Oh, we got even more motherfucking debt. How the fuck we have this debt here? Restructure Luftwaffe command. Let's restructure the Luftwaffe command too, and then we're gonna move on with fucking industry. Here, corporate tax cut, or appease the workforce, or shaking up the system. I think this one is going to be more important in order to get some money. What is this guy doing here? Are we going to advance or what? There you go, we took it. Now they're trying to attack us. We have encircled them in Luhansk. That is good. East Germany might go to the west. No, I'm gonna try to stop them. Do you have some kind of divisions? And by attacking like this, infiltration assault cannot retreat while attacking. Okay, that would be the best thing. And we're gonna wipe out a few Russian battalions right here. We're lucky Luhansk is going to be annihilated. We just attack as well. We're gonna have to make sure that we're gonna pull them back here. We got a lot of divisions. We're gonna also try to attack here and try to completely annihilate them so that Ukraine should be invincible. Now, relation with Ukraine is going to increase a lot, just like I actually thought. Start military aid, but I don't think that we got aid ourselves. So we're not producing anything. We're having 10,000 of these. Alright, actually we do have some stuff. We also capture something from the Russians and some American equipment. But we might have this. Wanted production. Yeah, let's send them there. Yeah, we're gonna go on with this type of stuff here. You cancel vote started. I just forgot about that. But I think that even if I'm not gonna vote, we're gonna support this. We're gonna pass this as well. Alright, so they are done. Doesn't matter. Improve synthetic diamonds. That's interesting. What do we need? 80 GM, this bullshit. What do we need this? We're trying to think about capital and the war, the tank is enormous actually. So we're gonna go on with early AI robotics. I think we're gonna take this guy's out. We're gonna find this thing. I think it's not over, they are still heavy or something. Or some Russian battalion. So we are not able to retreat, so I'm not going to go on and just try to keep our moving. Because we got plenty of manpower and military work. The money is increased. I think we can keep some more money. Then I'm gonna concentrate that. We're gonna keep them out here as well. This general is also getting some experience. 100%. Alright, go ahead and try. Oh yes, we're wiping them out. General now. By me, no, cannot recall intervention. Well, we are recording the name. Or financial, yeah. Cancel, we're not gonna need to help friends. They're not gonna. They're now of course independent, but the in Russia they decided not to. They lost the because they can't beat unhappy. Get off short. That's so deadly. Alright, going back here. I think we're gonna go on with this aircraft carrier. Because what else can I do? The rest takes too much time. It's gonna take 2 years. We're gonna go on with it. Just gonna deploy more troops. UCSU, we are still in power. Soon we are in 2007, but soon 2008, 2009, actually, we're in power. Bomber aircraft. there's not really much else left. Let me see what we got here. Oh yeah, 240 construction for. I think this is important because we need a lot of construction speed anyway. We got now a bit more tankers, but we still need to construct a lot more. Shot rifle. Operation Fury. Mobile defense operations. I think this is a good thing. Operation Fury. Shaking up the system. Stability and even more money. Yeah, theoretically. And where were we? Oh, here, shaking down the system. Whatever. So let's see what we got here. Unfortunately, nothing. They promote the German language. I guess that will be the next, right? We could go on global infrastructure project with Peru, Ghana, and forming investment. This one will be better. And yes, we're making a lot more money. Basically, we also pay our debt back by doing so. We have to pay everything right quick. There you go. I'm not gonna have less debt, but still a lot. We should make it a little money. I should connect to the strike on Ukraine. Okay, so Ukraine is still having trouble. Let's offer them civilians. We got a big issue with Russia as well. But it could help Ukraine anyway. We offer them civilian concept access. Major access to conduct operations. Secure communication. Steel aviation. I should also try to do this again. Also increase it again. Well, what are we supposed to have like? I think we took some debt here. We got 500 again. Is German decrease? No. Yeah, but we gotta pay it back. We got 400 on that. We should make a lot more money. We're also taking some debt, but as I said, it just doesn't matter. We're gonna make more money very soon. I'll try to use Eastern German opinion also, unless we cannot, like 50 or something. Roland. Yeah, let's go on with the advanced submarine engine. I think that's alright. Expand laboratories when we know that. And roll on 2. Bomber. Let's go with this type of bomber anyway. And we got the 4th generation suicide drone. But as you can see, oh, you can also build some missile launch. Let's build some, especially in northern Germany. And even more major industry factories. It's gonna be a lot. Excuse me. We're gonna need a lot of industry. They were rejected. God accepted the offer. Larger budget. And let's accept it. Indonesia accepted the offer. But I'm not quite sure what bonus we're gonna get after. CDU, CSU, they are still in power, and we are heading towards the leading culture now. This is the problem that Germany is now facing. Change to the trade. So we got a lot of bonuses, also unemployment crisis. We have to get rid of this. After that, we're gonna need to research more, and now researching, updating reconnaissance forces. Our debt is however increasing, I have the feeling. 572, I don't understand why, because we're making some money. Age of retirement. It's best we cancel it. Social spending cost -2. Of course, there will be something I can do because we got here everything we need. Need to go back here. Increase the spending in here too. Increasing the spending is gonna bring some advancement later. Alliance between South Korea and Russia. As you see, we're still making money, so this is not really a problem. Grammar walls. Four-wheel tail battery. I don't want that. It's not gonna take too long anyway. And now we just need a little bit more money in order to pay back our debt. I think we should be able to do this very soon. And we have updated our reconnaissance forces. And organized special forces. Updated reconnaissance forces. So we have specialized training. Modify here. And then we're back in the field of industry. Now here, I'd like to go here. More public funding care. Funding, more healthcare funding. Healthcare costs -8. Social spending corporate tax cuts and appease the workforce. And decrease corporate tax. It's not going to be good. It's going to decrease our income enormously. But I'm going to have to get through this one way or another if I want to move on. Stock market boom. Keep up the boom. Replace stable with fast growth. But I thought we had this. Injecting an additional liquid in one can prove devastating should it crash. But I thought we had this. We got the fast growth, don't have economic boom, but we got negligible corruption. And we could increase the economic boom 717, but I guess that we're just going to need more political power for that. We're still struggling to keep a good amount of money. We're making money and then we're losing or something. It's strange. Support vessels. Naval supremacy is good. What do you think about that? MGM. And we're going to go on to surface to your missiles 3. M1 Matador. We have to replace it. Corporate tax cuts. Those in 8 almost. Yeah, we're gonna accept the deal the US can just buy if they want some stuff. And soon we should make like 100 social fading. Yeah, as you can see, money is going down though. -10. We're not able to reach 100 or so. Cyclone hit. Yeah, it's very unfortunate. And there are also less factories. Yeah, we're gonna have to print some money. Now we're suddenly gonna have a little bit more money, but it's not a big deal. Now corporate tax cuts is gonna prove actually even worse. Right, here there's nothing we can do. We should just go back here. I'm gonna go with education for stability, or actually let's go here. All the German language, 45 days. So let's see how worse this is gonna be. However, we still got a little bit more money because we have printed some. Secure communication, human listening device, there's gains from agent infiltrated. Also try to capture cipher from the Russians. The murder of Michel Kesvet. Investigate the right-wing extremism. Focus on police safety. Move towards living culture. Well, we're gonna investigate right wing. We're gonna have to do this from time to time. Central bank. Well, there's nothing we can do now. Less money all of a sudden. Grenadier Brigade. We got plenty of manpower though. We're making 432, so that's good. Interesting. It's an interesting proposal. Let's do it. We agreed to build 5 submarines, so let's do it. The CDU is still ahead of everything. Could decrease the spending, but I'm not going to do it. Armored person carrier. I think we're going to have to build this. I'm not going to go without building it. Must be here. Must be the Fuchs. By the time we're going to build it, as you can see, we're still going to need a lot of factories. We're just building some civilian factories right now. I'll try to build it. 167. Start speed. Construction speed. Requested trade agreement with Holland, that's good. The Panzer Grenadier Division, then you send them here. These guys are gonna have 2 Luftlanden Brigade. These guys can go here. Yeah, they're okay. They're just the paratroopers, they aren't typical Marines. But they're still good. We should shut it down. And if you're gonna take a look here, I think they were doing fine. You budget timer. So it's a stable condition. What about them? They are unstable. Actually, condition is increasing, and these guys are stable. So all in all, only the Islamist are active, but I think that they're not going to be active. Croatia seek NATO. Let's see if this is true. Determine the serious breach in the EU values. No, we don't need to. We could combat foreign influence and we don't have to invite somebody else here. Let's combat foreign influence. There are still some investments, but this is not a go for that. So we got an office that is open. This is good. It would be... But we cannot occupy it because we are having anyone one office. Public park damaged by armored vehicles. Yeah, that's okay. EU Parliament ready for session. EU Council is ready for session. Just a few days. Alright. We vote the fiscal union. You could vote Dublin 2 regulations and support them. Promote the German language in Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan. Alright, now move on with Einsatzführung, whatever. I think this one more integrated command and control. Reject. France will hold the president of the European Central Bank. We are president of the European Commission, but there are still some stuff here that we can do. And we have supported Dublin 2 regulations, whatever this would mean. Togo, rejected. It's enough, but we need to promote one. We have ships everywhere. I don't even know where to send them. Maybe send them here in the far west. But we're not going to be at war with the west. I mean, this was not necessarily needed to do. There is no coalition. CDU, CSU are on the first place. They're gonna be elected in 2009. Patrol. Yeah, let's go with this. Renewable energy infrastructure construction has been 90%. Renewable power generation for 30%. That's good. There's nothing we can approve the EPA. Let's pass this too. I'm not quite sure exactly what will I pass. Nokia faces closure. Yes, more or less. No, I think losing money is going to be better. Good government regulation, I did. Multi-role planes. And once the prices will start, then have some real problem with the money. accept high-speed rail. Alright, we got some destroyers. We can create... No, like, I just create 50 of them. Against Iran. Operation Theory. Wise command is good. This is going to take a lot of time. But isn't I gonna have to research something anyway? 360, yeah, that's good. Research speed 4% more, factory output. Market drop too, because you got research speed anyway, it's taking 89%. Control. Increase the mining front sector. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to get through this as well. Gonna prove Frontex. Only it has been voted, I think. I think our influence in Liechtenstein is also increasing. But it doesn't seem that there is something else that we can research here. Perhaps this one, 110 torpedo. AI robotics, humanoid robot. Yeah, let's go with that. This is good. We can still research open there. Increase mining sector fund. This is It's not something good that we have researched, but we are doing in March 2008. I don't think that there is something else left. As far as I know, there is nothing. What here when looking? There is nothing. Okay, then we're gonna move on again with diplomacy. Here there are a lot of things we can do. As you can see, first of all, we're gonna go on before we're gonna reform the deed. Diplomacy bei Bundesagentur für Außenwirtschaft. Found inland. We're gonna go strategic partnership with Israel. It takes 60 days to do so, and we're still losing money. We're not really making as much money as I was hoping. We're finding construction fund. This gives us a lot of bonuses. A little bit more influence on Liechtenstein, and we could also, if you want, increase party popularity, or we can do something here. Determine the serious dish mode. What we got here then? More resources, even more influence. That's always good. Propaganda campaign, change flag. I guess that's it, but we're gonna start losing money now again. We're gonna print some money again because there is no other way there we could deal with that. So what's the situation with Ukraine? I think we got a good relationship with them.
Hey guys, be advised to advantage.
Moldova.
Just pull up on the
Yeah,
left
this is
side
the
of the building.
This is 4.5, Roger. Okay, PID with the individuals coming out of the building with weapons. This is Wolverine 5, you're clear to engage. Initials Mike Juliet Alpha. You're clear to engage with weapons. You're clear to engage with weapons. Roger.
So we are in April 2008, and this campaign moves forward, and I mean like very fast moves forward. We're just gonna continue the campaign next time, so thank you very much for watching, guys, and until next time, bye bye.